hard to put into words why we're attracted to someone and why we want to avoid the other person. And it's hard to put into words what happens in those 2 seconds. And it's hard to put into words why we feel a little bit anxious when we meet new people, which is what happens in networking. So Malcolm Gladwell came here last October. He was part of the Rotman speaker series. Anybody go to that? No? Out of all those 1,400 people? So I registered, and it said, hi, come on in, have a seat, sign the list, please. I promised them I would ask you to do that. Please, go ahead. So he's part of the big speakers series at Rotman, and he was there at 8 a.m. Can you imagine? We're all there 8 a.m. to hear him speak. And he was promoting his new book, Talking with Strangers. Anybody seen his new book, read his new book? Yeah? What'd you think of it?
It's typical.
Is it? The packaging, right?
Yeah.
But the topic.
It's very pop science-y.
Yes, pop science. Oh yeah, I like that, pop science, yeah. But his case studies were very unique in the book, right? Yeah, very, very political. So he was there promoting his book, Talking with Strangers. So me, I'm always running late. So I'm running. I get there at Rotman, right, at U of T campus, right at 8, and nobody's there. And I'm like, where is everybody? And I totally missed the woman at the front redirecting traffic to go to Convocation Hall because so many people registered. So not your typical 300 to 400 people, but 1,400 people got up early to hear Malcolm speak. Where is my 1,400 people today? So I power walked to Convo Hall with another young person. Come on in. It's okay. You have to kick the door down. No, come on in. So I power walked over to Convo Hall, and because I was late, I had to sit up in the rafters. Like anybody, you guys know where Convo Hall inside? I'm up at the top. So he's being interviewed by Heather Reisman. Do you guys know who Heather Reisman is? Yes? No? Yes, CEO of Indigo. Some people say, no, I don't know. I said, have you been to an Indigo store? They said, yes. How about WestJet? Yes. I said, well, she and her husband own both, so, right? Yes. So she was interviewing Malcolm. So I'm sitting there, and usually they give you a copy of the book being promoted, and usually it's signed by the author. But because it's 8 in the morning, can we expect Malcolm Gladwell to sign 1,400 books? No, there's no signature. So I'm sitting there going, oh, I'm so disappointed because I collect all these books with authors' names, right? So the talk is over. I walk down the stairs and we open the big doors, and it's like a beautiful fall day. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to run around anymore. I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to take the leafy lane on the way to the subway. So I'm walking along, and who do I see running outside the back door of Convo Hall? Malcolm Gladwell. So here's Malcolm Gladwell walking out. He's like, so very polite Canadians are nodding to him, and he's nodding back, and I'm thinking, no, I want you to sign my book, right? So I took out my Sharpie out of my bag, and I scurried up behind him, and I went, Malcolm. And in those 2 seconds, I don't think he liked me very much. I think I kind of disrupted his equilibrium, right? So he kind of looked at me like, who are you, right? So I said, could you please sign my book? Like, he can't say no, it's his book, right? I just spent money to hear him speak. So he grabs the book. So now I'm walking beside Malcolm Gladwell, right? And he goes, to whom should I make this out to? And I thought, Gene, don't have a senior's moment. Tell him Gene, right? So he's signing the book, and I thought, say something memorable. So I said, did you know that I teach at U of T, and I cite your research to my students? Your book, Blink, is very helpful in networking, talking about rapid cognition. So he looked at me again, kind of quizzical. He's still not quite smiling. And we reached the end of the pavement. Now we have to part ways, right? So I thought it was in the cloud above my head, but I said, oh, I should have called you Mr. Gladwell or Mr. Malcolm. And I went like this. Then he finally laughed. And then off I went. So that's one way to meet new people, right? That's Malcolm. Oops. There's Malcolm, right? Talking to strangers. I thought I was talking with strangers. There's the signature. Very proud of that, right? So today we're going to talk a little bit about whether you're an introvert, extrovert,